The first Red Scare from 1918 executed hundreds of thousands of Russian citizens. Vassal states were established in Poland, East Germany, essentially ruled by Russia. 3 spies in the most secret project that we had ever had, America's Manhattan Project, which is MI5, MI6. Many of their top people turned out to be Russian spies. The communists take over China with assistance from agents inside the U.S. Treasury. 349 Americans who they claim had a covert relation with Soviet intelligence, even inside the White House. In 1991, Russian communism is ended. The panda is a bear as well. Fang Fang, who seduced a number of American politicians. This isn't simply a recent thing. This is the long march of subversion. The early steps that these powers take is to do things to undermine a nation, such as glamorizing drug use and eventually making drug use legal, stoking racial division, destroying the nuclear family, infiltrate the press, the education system, and the government, legalize gambling, keep the poor poor. That's how you want them. They become a source of dissatisfaction. Teach disrespect for education, for working, for the law, and for normal society. Attack capitalism. Say that all the ills of society are due to capitalism and capitalists, and create a permanent underclass of illegal aliens, people who are essentially modern day slaves because they can't get a real job and are forced to work in underground economies. Once you've accomplished that, you can go to stage 2, in which now that you have the press on your side and the media, you can suppress all opinions except your preferred narrative. You can support candidates who are divisive or inept. You can pay people not to work. You can suppress individual achievement and personal responsibility in the name of equity. So in other words, people who are willing to work hard and study and achieve things, they have no more right to get a good job or a place in a good school than someone who didn't do those things. That's inequitable. Insist on reparations for things done long ago to people who are no longer alive. Direct government funds to non-productive programs. Use the education system for indoctrination rather than for learning. Provoke your opponents into misdeeds. So don't prosecute anyone for rioting or attacking federal property or federal agents until it's your opponents, and then prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. And then in the end state, when you have accomplished all of these things, you're ready to see how gullible people really are. You legitimize reverse discrimination. Ibram Kendi says, the only remedy for past discrimination is current discrimination. And the only remedy for current discrimination is future discrimination. See if you can get people to believe that. Lawlessness. Don't prosecute people who don't pay their subway fares, even though they do it blatantly. Don't prosecute people who tear down statues. Don't prosecute people who use illegal drugs. Cancellation. Deplatform your political opponents, and if possible, get them fired from their jobs. And even irrationality in the end. Believe it or not, there is a professor at MIT who says that rationality is the province of male domination. Therefore, we need to embrace irrationality. This is a real professor at MIT.
Yeah.
So if all of these things sound familiar, consider who promotes them and why they do it, and consider whether these people deserve your support.
Thank you. And I pretty much enjoy all the facts, the long history. You can review it in such a short time. Amazing. But I think the final slides bring a lot of anxiety indeed. I deeply worry that we are actually in the stage 2. I mean, all the things you mentioned, we can find the exact example from real life. What can we do to counter this kind of serious situation?
The only thing that we can do is to understand the situation for what it is, and then hopefully the number of sensible people who realize that those things that are going on are being promoted by subversive elements will band together and will push back against all of the craziness that is taking place right now. I'm hoping that your listeners are some of the people who will help band together and push the crazy people out of education, will subscribe to media sources that are willing to publish the entire truth, not just one side of the truth, and will support political candidates who will have moderate positions that support the growth and progress of the nation and of all of the people of America, not pandering simply to select groups in order to accomplish getting 50.1% of the vote.
That's a good plan. Thank you.